What is up, guys? You Techno here, and we're back with Clash Royale. Now, I know I said that I quit the game, and I did, but I decided to not completely quit the game, so I came back to the game, and I changed up my deck a little bit. So originally, it looked like this. This was the deck, but I said you could replace that with that. There we go. So this was originally the deck. This was the deck that I made my video on, that I showed you guys. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys the changes that I made, and it's right here, and the deck actually costs the same amount. Now, I replaced the cannon with the Inferno Tower, and you may be like, well, why? The Inferno Tower is a big part of the deck, right, but let me explain. And I also switched out the Giant Skeleton for the Minion Horde. Now, the deck got me up to Frozen Peak, a beautiful, beautiful arena. I'm at 2366 right now, so I'm pretty happy with that. Where's my log? Here we go. So look, I've just been getting victory after victory, beating a P.E.K.K.A. double Prince deck, beating this classic HOG Rider deck, getting a draw with this guy. This guy had level 10 Barbarians, level 4 Skeleton. This guy had a Sparky. This was against somebody in the clan that I was facing. I don't know. I mean, where's this? Yeah, I don't like it anyway. But this was, the first one was a draw. One against this one against him, one against, of course, Jake Nice, and these are people from my clan, of course, that I've won. So that's pretty much my log, and it's really good. And there are other people who I've showed the deck to right here. He used the deck and he's 3 crowning with it, and he's a noob, so using the exact same deck, and they got back up to Builder's Workshop with it. So it's a good deck, definitely. Now, the reason why I replaced the Giant Skeleton with the Minion Horde is because when you're facing something like P.E.K.K.A. double Prince, they'll be like a wizard, and the wizard will be able to take out your Minion Horde. So when you replace it with a card that just costs 1 elixir more, you now can, you add a tank to the deck, so now you can stack stuff behind the Giant Skeleton, and you also added a really good defense. His bomb pretty much can kill everybody. His death damage at 871 can pretty much kill anybody. And I replaced the Inferno Tower with the cannon because the Inferno Tower is too expensive. Think about it this way. You're facing a Royal Giant, you placed on the Inferno Tower, but then he backs it up with minions, and now you have minions on your tower. It will take it out. So what I do is I deploy the cannon, and probably deploy these 2, or even these 2, or the Ice Wizard has to be there, because he slows down the Royal Giant. Obviously, he doesn't have many hit points, so you have to be more careful where you place it. So that's pretty much all the changes I've made to the deck. I mean, the Ice Wizard's here, but you could replace the Ice Wizard for the minions, or even the guards if you have those, or the mini P.E.K.K.A. if you really want to. The mini P.E.K.K.A. would actually be a really good switch for the Ice Wizard. But I'm going to show you guys a couple battles that I've done with this deck. So I'm going up against a level 9 in Frozen Peak. This guy is 200 trophies higher than me, which is also why I get 41 cups from him. But this is 200 cups higher than me. And watch how I play the deck. The deck is so much better. So look at that. He has, what's that? That's 10 elixir right there. And it's going to be stopped with 6 elixir. Now, of course, I think he doesn't even take out my Giant Skeleton. He doesn't. So look at that. That was such a good trade. 10 elixir taken out with only 6. That's really good. And the Musketeer will take out the cannon. That was a 4-on-3. And I actually think the Musketeer gets some shots off. The Musketeer, yeah, she gets 1 shot off. So still, that's a really good trade. Look how much damage I get done with this HOG Rider that I send in with the push. He has to use a Dark Prince to defend, otherwise I would have gotten that tower down to at least 600. Defending the Dark Prince is easy with the Valkyrie, and I plopped on the Ice Wizard. I think so. He deploys a Prince, and I use the Ice Wizard and Cannon. You're going to see why. So, right now I'm just restacking Elixir. I'm not going to make a push here because I have no good troops to make a push. Sure, the Giant Skeleton is next, but he's best used on defense or in ×2 Elixir, or when your player just doesn't know how to counter it. So watch this. I have my Ice Wizard there, and then I placed on the cannon so that the Prince would not target my Ice Wizard. The reason why I did that is because now I can use my Ice Wizard a part of my HOG Rider push when I'm done. So look, the Prince hits it, and then I don't even think the Prince gets a shot. Yeah, because look at that, don't even get a shot, and now I have this. So I can make a push here. Now, this push doesn't really do much damage. I give him the well played because literally nothing happened, although I do get some Ice Wizard damage. Ice Wizard is, I think, 56 damage, so, I mean, he's doing something. And he has to waste 2 elixir Fire Spirits on it. So this guy, he's in a lot of pain. I'm at 8 elixir, he's only at 4. He has a pump down, but with this deck, you don't really have to worry too much about pumps, because he's got the Giant Skeleton that'll stop any push. So I deploy the Musketeer. Now, I realize that the Musketeer is going to get there before the P.E.K.K.A. does, so I discard the Musketeer. So I start from the back. Oh, I don't start from the back. So anyway, I think he's sending this in naked at the time. So I'm like, let me get this P.E.K.K.A down to a low amount of health. Notice I deploy the Ice Wizard in the back. And that's so that I could start slowing down this stuff. And then watch this. Look at all this value. That's 4, that is 9, and that is another 7. So look, this whole push is going to get taken out. Look at that. Wow, that is an unbelievable amount of value. And annoyingly, that's not even a word. But look at that. So this push right here not only takes out his cannon, but is actually going to force him to spend a Prince. And he drops his other Prince down, I think, right here. And of course, what do I use? Just the Giant Skeleton, because that's all you need. Look at that. Giant Skeleton goes in. Once that cannon dies, I deploy my Hog Rider. Look at this. Literally, whatever he deploys is going to die once this Giant Skeleton explodes. So, and look at that. Look how much damage. Oh gosh, wow. 74 hit points left. I give him the thumbs up because I know this battle is over. Look at this. He's done no damage to the tower. The only damage he did this entire battle was just now when he's at my tower. Isn't that, that's unbelievable. So of course, the mini P.E.K.K.A dies, and I'm like laughing at him because I think this is hilarious. You know, he had no hit points done. He's level 9 with level 3 epics. I have level 3 epics too, but I mean, he has a pretty beefy deck that the minion horde and the Inferno Tower would not be able to stop because of the double Prince pressure, and of course, the Wizard. Look at that. Dude, this is so tight. This is like, look at that. Fire Spirits to distract. He deploys a second one there. I deploy the cannon behind my tower, and then of course I zap both his towers, and swag awake his Queen Tower because I'm just so OP. So, I'm going to show you guys another battle with this deck. Alright, so we're facing Halo from Bagada Elite. He's using a Hog Rider minion deck with the Zap and Fireball. So, of course, my second level 9. I hate this. He starts off really early, but I use the Ice Wizard, and I use a Hog Rider to defend, because Ice Wizard would slow down the Hog Rider. He gets it down to, I think, 1400, which is really good, but now I have a push coming towards him. And he actually does it really well played, is he deploys his cannon, but I actually get, I think, this tower down to 1200 because of my Valkyrie. Look at where he deploys his Valkyrie. So all the time when my Ice Wizard's slowing it down and the tower shooting at my Valkyrie, the Valkyrie has so much health, she's going to get that tower down to 1259. Which means we won that trade-off. He had to spend Elixir, and you got to spend Elixir to make Elixir, as the Elixir Pump thing says. But I have to zap here, because I really don't need his Valkyrie getting a shot on my tower, because then we will actually be even in damage. But I have more damage done on his tower, since I am at 2352, and he's at 2534, so I'm really ahead. So watch this. Look at the cannon placement. The cannon placement towards the bottom is pretty good, because it will actually trigger the Hog Rider. Let's say you do that split push, but putting it towards the bottom, like, you know, the split push where, like, you deploy the Hog Rider and Goblins next to it so it ignores the defense, placing it right there actually allows both towers to target the Hog, so it's not even worth zapping it or freezing it. And the cannon could survive. It's a possibility that the cannon will survive depending on the level. So watch this. So I think the cannon actually dies. I zap. No, he zaps. And look at this. I'm just going to get free damage done to his tower, which is beautiful. Look at all this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. If I wanted to, I could just zap his tower down and just play defense. But of course, I'm a dirty boy. And I like to... Oh, I'm sick. Sorry. Alright, so now I deploy my Musketeer. I do not like seeing at max Elixir with this deck, especially with the 6 Elixir Giant Skeleton. It is not good. He defends this very well. I actually lose out on this right here because he deploys his Valkyrie. I deploy the Fire Spirits, he deploys a Bomber, and he has the minions. The only thing that I think that'll die, the Giant Skeleton will get the minion and the Bomber. So I don't know if that's value or not. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So watch this. I'm going to deploy the cannon in a different spot. Okay. Other tower did not get aggroed, but it actually takes out the Hog and the cannon survives. So it's pretty good. So look at that. He's getting smart, so he thinks. I think he deploys his cannon here, and this is why having a bad cycle is never good. Look at that. So his... Wow, that is a BC Fireball. He knows the Hog Rider's coming. I know that this push is going to take him down. There's nothing he can do to stop this push. Okay, never mind. He stopped this push. So I have to deploy my Ice Wizard to soak up the Fire Spirits because he would have gotten a lot of damage done with the Hog and the Fire Spirits. Fire Spirits are really strong, guys. Do not underestimate them. They are very underestimated. So he starts off here. I just deploy a naked Hog Rider. Just a naked Hog Rider, sometimes all you need. And I zap, and I think I actually get his tower. No, I do not. But I pretty much take all that out. And at this point, I'm just going to start zapping his tower. He has a pretty beastly push coming, but I deploy the Valkyrie and the Musketeer. This push actually had me a little freaked out, but I had it under wraps. Now watch what he's going to do. He places it down, and I'm like, thanks, because the Musketeer outranges it can. I'm telling you guys got to know how to outplay your opponent. The Musketeer outranges it. I'm like, thanks, it's time, it's going to be a good game. He cannot stop this Hog Rider, bam. Thank you for the tower, my friend. You have to outsmart your opponent, okay? Like, I mean, that's all you got to do. Alright, so let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. I will only continue this Clash Royale stuff if I get 18 likes on this video, because like I said, Clash Royale, it tests my nerves, and Royal Giant is still too OP. So if this video gets 18 likes, I will continue the Clash Royale because I know you guys like it, but if it gets anything less, even 15 or less, yeah, I'm getting greedy here, people, I will not continue. So like I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, it really helped me a lot, and I just want to say, peace out.
You see I'm growing up, learning about how my mind works. Starting up the day, looking through my 49 shirts. This works, grab a towel, freshen up. Cup of coffee, take a seat, and really start waking up. I got a open mind when it comes to life. I have a plan, and my plan is to live it right.